Alrighty, this is solving a two-step equation. This time we have fractions. So this is more of an advanced version. Now, fractions are nice and all, but it's really easy to do these problems without fractions. So we're going to get rid of the fractions right from the very beginning. Whenever I see more than one fraction, I like to just get rid of the fractions. Fraction answers are fine. Fractions are very important for math, but it's often a lot easier for us to do the math when we're just dealing with integers. So how do we get rid of the fractions? Well, we're going to have to take a look at all of the denominators. So let's see here. We got 6, we got 3, and we have 2. So I want to find the least common denominator between 6, 3, and 2. Now there's a couple different ways that you can find the least common denominator. Probably one of the easiest ways is by making a factor tree for each of your numbers. So 3 and 2, we can't make a factor tree for. They're already simplified as much as possible. But 6, I can rewrite 6 as 3 times 2. So our least common denominator in this case is going to be 3 and 3 show up. So that's going to be one of our factors for the least common denominator. And then also 2 and 2 show up. So our least common denominator is going to be 6 because it's 3 times 2. Now I only have to count one of these 3's once because it shows up multiple times. So the least common denominator in this case is just 3 times 2. Now another way that you can do this, which is 6, another way that you can do this for the least common denominator between 6, 3, and 2 is you can go 6, 3, 2, and you can write out multiples until you find one that is the same for each of these. So 3, the next number is 6. 3, 6, 9, 12, etc. 6 would be 6, 12, 18, 24. 2 is 2, 4, 6. Well, hold up. I can stop right there because 6, 6, and 6. That's the first number that shows up in each of these, so that's going to be our least common denominator. So our least common denominator is 6, which means we're going to multiply everything here by 6. Everything from our original equation we're going to multiply by 6. So it's 6 times b over 6 plus 6 times 2 over 3 equals 6 times 1 over 2. So here, our 6 and our 6, they're going to cancel and become just 1s. Here's 6 and 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So we get a 2 and a 1 here, because these are both divisible by 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 3 divided by 3 is 1. Here, these are both divisible by 2. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So what do we have left over here? Here I just have 1b, plus here I have everything on the bottom is turned into a 1, so it's just 2 times 2. This is 4, equals everything on the bottom part of any of our fractions here reduced to 1. So this is just 3 times 1, 3. So now we can solve. This is actually just a one-step equation. We want to get the b, our variable, all by itself. So I subtract 4 from both sides. And you wind up with b is equal to -1. So first, the big thing here, find the least common denominator and then multiply it to everything. Multiply it to every single part of the equation and both sides. Then just solve it. So that's solving a two-step equation when you have fractions.